You ask a person, why are you so unhappy? Why are you so frustrated? Why are you so resentful? The moment you ask that, their brain is going to associate that emotion to a past event. That's because they have nothing to look forward to in their future. So if you're not being defined by a vision in the future, it just means to me that you're more in love with your past than you are with the future. So how do you teach people to believe in a future that they can't see or experience with their senses yet, but they've thought about enough times in their mind that their brain is literally changed to look like the event has already occurred?
Yeah, we do this naturally as young children in our front driveway, and we're bouncing the ball or we're playing on a sport in the park, and it's like, okay, well, and kids do this, they say, okay, well, who are you gonna be? And I'm gonna be Wayne Gretzky, or I'm gonna be Michael Jordan, or like whatever the sport is, or I'll be Lionel Messi and you be Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's because we go to that place in our head of, what could I do if I wasn't whatever you perceive yourself as right now? Because we all have this sometimes destructive narrative on what we think that we can and cannot do.
When I'm saying purpose, I think it's about defining your goals, defining what the life you're trying to build is, and having a real model for what you're doing. If you're doing this thing because it means something to you and you know exactly what success looks like for you, you want to make sure that you're not comparing yourself to other people. You want to compare yourself against the progress you've made.
I can't find love because my mum preferred my brother. I can't be a success because I never went to university. I can't speak in public because I blush. And without understanding, when you describe why you can't, you keep it going. If you keep talking about the symptom, your mind keeps it alive, because whatever you focus on, you get more of.
All addiction, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sugar, sex, shopping, come down to the same thing. Say it's down to childhood trauma. Trauma as being either a bad thing has happened to you or not enough good things have happened.
And so we all start now living into the future. And I can't wait till I'm 15, 17. And then you look at what adults do and they're like, oh, as I grow older, apparently I get more serious, and I get more pragmatic, and I get more practical. And so all those things that I was doing as a kid were childish. Let's leave those things alone. And then we move away from those things, those traits, those qualities, those abilities that actually helped us develop really rapidly, find ourselves more quickly, because we perceive it as being childish, and yet they were the very things that helped you do difficult things and challenging things, like learn how to ride a bike, learn to associate with other people, a parent, an adult, someone else in society.
How do you teach a person to select a new possibility in their future and begin to emotionally embrace that future before it's made manifest, to such a degree that their body, as their unconscious mind, is believing it's living in that future reality in the present moment, and they're signaling new genes and new ways ahead of the environment. Now, till their body begins to change to look like the event has already occurred.
But for many people, they need more. They need you to go back and unpick their story. Why do you do what you do? What happened to you? In understanding why, for most people, that's their aha moment. They go, oh my God, I never knew. That's why I do that. Oh. And then you add in, and now you know you never have to do it again.
If we don't feel whole in ourselves, right? If we feel that there's a bit missing, we will try to fill that with other things, whether it's sugar, whether it's booze, whether it's shopping. We will use other things to give us that buzz. And as we feel more complete, and this is how I feel I'm going on this journey, as I start to understand myself and let go of these negative emotions, I just feel those compensatory behaviors I'm no longer adopting, not because I'm actively trying not to do them, but because it's no longer serving me.
You walk up that canyon, or you're in the wilderness, or you're standing next to the ocean, and you're just experiencing the present moment. You're not thinking about how amazing you are, and you're not thinking about how worthless you are either. I think asking yourself questions, like I'm asking yourself tough questions, like, who am I? What kind of person do I want to be? Is this the right thing to do? Pausing for a second instead of just reacting emotionally all the time is a way to kind of get out of that self-absorbed cycle.
It's that you have equipped yourself with mental tools skills that are going to help you walk that with a heck of a lot more courage, grit, perseverance, and a playful mind. Because the playful mind is that golden key that finally unlocks the door into zone and flow state. I've just seen it thousands of times. Because people think the zone and the flow state, that amazing place where you're just so engrossed in the moment, is this mythical point that you maybe get to 1 or 2 times in a season or in a year or in a week if you're a writer or creator or executive or something like that. No, it's a biological process and it's a mental process that when you start toppling the dominoes, the likelihood of it coming to you just increases exponentially.
This intelligence that lives within you and I that's governing everything material in this world, it's a self-organizing intelligence. You have access to it, so you better get present with it as well as you can get present with anything else. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That realm you can't experience with your senses. You can only experience with your awareness.